Welcome to Prestige Worldwide, the podcast, a weekly battle of wits, debating everything from horseshoes to hand grenades, all for the privilege to be called right. And now, your hosts, Bobo and Travis.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Prestige Worldwide, the podcast. I'm Bobo. With me, as always, is Travis.
Hey, guys.
How you living, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. How about you?
Oh, doing great here in a walkout basement in the middle of white trash America.
That's us.
America.
We have that corner marketed, I guess. I don't know.
Is that a market you want to have cornered?
Not really, but I don't really think we do have that market cornered. I just feel like we are. I feel like when you say that, it just means we're recording behind enemy lines. Like, like this is war-torn radio. But I don't know. That's how I see it.
That's actually a great way of looking at it. I do feel like I live behind enemy lines here.
Right. Yes. Yeah. So
I feel like a prisoner of war.
Well, someday we'll break out. Maybe this is just like Hogan's Heroes. And
immediately after I said that, I was like, "Oh my god, people are gonna find that real offensive if they actually were a prisoner of war."
Yeah, probably. But you know,
my response to that is try living here.
Yeah, and walk a mile in my shoes. But you know,
right.
I feel like that is probably really offensive. But you can't please everyone. Is that the right way to look at it?
Yes.
Okay.
And you can't offend everybody, which I'm trying to do. Haven't succeeded yet, but I'm getting pretty good at it.
I feel like there's a scenario where you could offend everyone. I mean,
really?
I feel like,
please,
sure.
Let me.
There's got to be something that we can bring up that would offend everybody. But
humans are dickheads.
That's not even close to. But I'm sure if we brainstorm, we can come up with something.
All right, we'll think about it.
But before we get to that, and we'll never get to that. But before we get to that, let's recap on the Fantasy Movie League because we have an upset this week.
Nope, Travis. We didn't talk about that in the pre-show prep, and we're not talking about it now. Pass.
Yeah, I know we didn't, but we received a message from Tim, who took first place this week, and he is no longer the Gap or Applebee's. He is no longer mediocre. He has risen to the top.
Listen, he's still Applebee's.
Listen, him and Andy's. Him and Andy's.
In fact, that is Tim's new nickname on the podcast. If we ever say the word Applebee's, we mean Tim.
Him and Andy picked it right. They picked Mission Impossible, where you and I went with Christopher Robin, and fuck kids movies.
Yeah, and I'm starting to realize that kids movies are bullshit to pick for Fantasy Movie League because unlike Mission Impossible, kids movies, like, parents take their kids, they don't take them that night.
Right.
So they last longer, but they don't get the big hit in the beginning that you think they're going to get. And I think movie studios constantly overestimate that.
Well, I think The Incredibles 2 really hit hard, but
Incredibles 2 is like an exception. That was a long-awaited sequel that, like, everyone, even parents love that movie.
Yeah.
I think that's the exception that proves the rule.
Well, anyways, I'm still in first place overall, which makes me happy. But Tim winning.
Practice.
It's just practice. Practice? You talking about practice?
Practice?
But yep, Tim has closed a little bit of the gap. He's still.
I'd like to point out that I fell behind Andy this week, and I think Andy's played like 2 less weeks than me.
No, I feel like you forgot a week or something like that.
I did forget a week.
Right. Yeah. I think that's what happened here. You forgot a week, and because you look like you're about a week behind him. So
is Christopher Robin any good?
I don't know. I just saw him pushing it. I have no idea.
I'm not going to see it, so I'm going to look up the movie reviews and see if it's actually like any good.
Check its Rotten Tomatoes score.
Yeah, I'm gonna check his Rotten Tomatoes score. What do you think? What do you think it's? I mean,
are you asking me to predict? I think. Are you looking it up right now?
I'm looking it up right now.
I think it's going to be 75.
Ooh, close, man. 70.
70? Oh, damn it. 70 was my first instinct. And I was like, you know what? That seems a little low. So I'm going to go to 75. But yeah, that seems about right to me.
Yep. 70.
But whatever. So congratulations, Tim. You got your first victory. I'm sure it'll be your last. And
I hope it's your last.
And we'd like to invite anybody else out there that would like to step in and take it on with this fantasy movie league. It's not hard. Some say it's not fun, but you're more than welcome to come in and trudge through every week. It takes about 5 minutes at the most. I would encourage other people to join our league, Prestige Worldwide, the podcast, with the password Travis Bobo, all lowercase, at fantasymovieleague.com. So come join us.
It's only fun when I win.
It's so much fun when Bobo loses, but
Boo-boo, fuck you.
But yeah, so come on in. You don't really need to know much, as is evident with the two of us doing it. So join us, won't you?
Can we stop talking about it now? Can we move on?
Yes. Do you want to move on to the other revolving topic?
I want to move on to literally anything else.
Okay, so let's talk about Papa John's stock.
When I get fourth place, when I get last place in the movie league, Travis, I'd rather talk about. I can't even. Every topic, literally every topic in the world.
Does it
really?
My
priority
does
list.
it really hurt you that much?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, I don't have a problem with that, but.
I mean, I wake up Saturday and I keep hitting fucking refresh on my app until I get the fucking estimates in.
No, you don't. Do you really?
Listen, how do you know?
I mean, I don't know, but that seems oddly neurotic for a fantasy movie league. But
I take my fantasy very seriously, and fantasy football is right around the corner, so my life's going to really suck soon.
You take fantasy more seriously than your actual life?
I take it more seriously than a lot of things in my life.
All right, so let's move on to Papa John's, because we're still in the midst of checking their stock and seeing where it's going.
We got a lot of recap to do this week. This whole episode is just going to be recapping everything, because we got a lot of things we're right about, a lot of things we're wrong about. Shit keeps coming up.
Well, yeah.
Papa John.
So Papa John's stock, when we first checked in, it was 53, trading around 53.20.
What day was that? That day?
That was July 19th.
Okay.
So as of business close today, it's at 41.07.
Yes, it is.
So we're still trending downward, but we'll see.
Now, Travis.
Yes.
You do know that today's stock price did not include earnings, right?
No.
So the earnings are reported after close.
Okay.
I don't know are you looking at this? Are you looking at Google?
I'm looking at Yahoo.
Finance?
No.
Okay, well, I'm going to give you here's a reckless speculation question.
Okay.
How much do you think it's dropped since the close of business today?
What was the earnings report?
Oh, you didn't read that, did you?
No.
Well,
listen, I don't care that much about this. I just find it funny that we are tracking Papa John's stock for whatever.
I follow it very closely because I find this story fascinating. Because I want to, like, these things like this that happen to companies, they don't happen every day. So it's a real, like, when you see them happen in real time, I like to follow the story. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Just because it interests me.
Sure.
Like, these weird anomalies in business interest me. So they released earnings today, and same store sales in North America fell 10% in July, and they fell 6% over the whole quarter.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. I mean, he did use the N-word in July.
I mean, like, he used it in July, and in July, the same store sales dropped 10%. That's people are like put notice like right away. You know what I mean?
So okay, so we're recording this on Tuesday. We're releasing it on Thursday.
Right.
So depending on when you listen to it, this is either present or the future, or present or the past. But so my question to you is for Wednesday. Tomorrow's the 8th? Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay, so Wednesday the 8th. What do you think is going to be the low? Like, because there's always a low, and then it's going to start out probably low and then creep back up.
Well, you might want to answer my question first.
Okay.
How much do you think it's dropped since the close of business today?
How much do I think it's dropped? I'd say it probably is going to open around $39. So it dropped $2.
Oh, you are so wrong.
Oh, do you know the answer to this already?
Yes.
What does it drop to?
It's dropped $4 a share since close of business.
Okay. So it's
currently trading at $36.75. My guess is it probably opens around $37 tomorrow.
Right.
And it probably bottoms out somewhere about $35.5. I don't know if it'll end the day at $35.5, but it'll drop below $36 a share tomorrow at some point.
Yeah, I think it'll come back up.
I agree.
See, this is my problem with stocks, and I'd really like to stop this conversation because it's neither funny nor terribly interesting. But my problem with stocks is that it's all just a feeling, and you know, I mean, like you say, like, oh, they took a 10% drop in July. Well, duh, it was going to. And the fact that moves the needle on the stock market is bullshit.
That data you should base your facts and your sales on. That absolutely should move the needle.
Well, I don't think. Okay, but that's an anomaly. Do you think the new CEO is going to use the N-word in a conference call coming up here?
Well, here's the thing, though, Travis, and this is how. I mean, I agree. We can move on from this quickly, but this is how this works. Obviously, if the stock is down after hours,
right?
People did not think the same store sales were going to fall that much. They thought it might maybe fall 5%. So they obviously hadn't priced in a 10% drop. They assumed it was going to be less than that.
Right.
So, I mean, it is a guessing game sometimes. There's speculation and all that stuff, which is why stock prices go up and go down so much. You know what I mean? But I find it fascinating because I love that shit.
I don't know. To me, it's just a futile guessing game that is our financial future.
Yes, but it can make you a millionaire if you just predict it right.
Guess right. Yes.
No. Predict, Travis. Guess is such a commoner word. It's a peasant word.
I
predict.
Get it. I don't know.
Postulate.
Postulate. Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on from that now. So we've done that. We've done Fantasy Movie League. What would you like to talk about next?
I like to talk about, so we mentioned this previously. We talked about Elon Musk like the last few weeks.
Okay.
And that we might as well just have an Elon Musk segment because that motherfucker every single week is back in the news. For doing something ridiculous.
Sure.
Well, he's back in the news again today, Travis, because they had to stop trading on Tesla today because of something he said on Twitter.
Right.
Like, why the fuck if you have that much power and money and influence, stop using Twitter.
I couldn't agree more on that aspect.
Just fucking stop.
Like, I don't understand, especially when you're that powerful, what the need is to get your every thought out into the public.
Right.
Because inevitably, a couple of those thoughts are going to get you into some sort of trouble.
Right. So it might be you calling someone a pedophile. You know.
Right, sure.
Maybe you shouldn't do that. Just guessing.
Maybe he is a pedophile. Who knows?
And it might be just casually mentioning that you're going to take your company private at $420 a share when the current stock price is like $370 a share.
Sure.
That's a big fucking problem. You just can't do things like that.
Well, apparently you can because he does it.
Well, yeah, you can. There might be repercussions, and we'll find out because this is something, again, that's never happened before. So what happened is today at 12:48, Elon Musk tweeted publicly that he is considering taking Tesla private at $420 a share. The next sentence is 2 words, funding secured.
Right.
That makes it sound like it's almost a done deal.
Sure.
Well, turns out at 3:30 p.m. he wrote an email to his employees saying that a decision has not been made, but the reason for taking a company public would be about operating in the best environment, talking about the wild swings in the stock price that are a distraction, the earnings cycle, all that stuff.
Okay.
Fine. You can do all that. But you just can't undo what you did hours ago when you have a company that's worth billions and billions of dollars and just tweet, oh, we're going to take it private. Because that shit has consequences in the real world.
I guess it does, but again, this is my problem with the stock market. It's such a bullshit, like, oh, he tweeted out something, so now we've got to react. Like, I I don't know. And this isn't unprecedented either. There something I was trying to read up about this right before we started recording. Something happened with Facebook in 2013 that was something that was
it was
similar.
with Netflix.
Yeah. Yes. So
Netflix's founder sent off a Facebook post about the company that required the SEC to kind of clarify their policy on what's allowed and not allowed.
Right.
Basically.
So and also
that's what happened.
And also in this article that I'm saying they're saying it's unlikely that the SEC is going to actually do anything. So it's not really it's not a big deal.
It's unlikely, but it's a gray area. Like honestly, a lot of what do you call them? Securities lawyers and securities like professionals think that he violated some laws by doing that, and they think that he should be held accountable for it.
Good for them.
I kind of agree.
Yeah, well, doesn't really matter.
They had to suspend trading because of what he said, because the stock price started going fucking gangbusters.
Right. Because
if you tell me the price is going to be sold at $420 and the stock price is $370, I'm buying right now.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, that's what fucking happened.
Well, okay. We have these little 5-minute meetings before we start recording, and we talked about Elon Musk and about having like a weekly segment about him. I feel like at this point, Jesus Christ, like I know what you're saying, and I don't entirely disagree, because I think Twitter is stupid when you're that popular and that much of a professional, but like we're just nitpicking at him at this point.
You think that's nitpicking? Because I really don't.
I mean, I don't know. Like, yeah, sure. I mean, I guess it's news that they had to stop trading the stocks, but Jesus Christ, like, I don't know. There are so many other things. I just find it
fast. I guess I'm fascinated with how much of an asshole Elon Musk is. Like, I cannot.
How does that demonstrate he's an asshole? Do you want to answer that?
What?
How does that demonstrate he's an asshole?
Oh, are you kidding me? He knows he shouldn't do shit like that. He's not an idiot.
Okay. So
you know better. People know better. He knows better than to call someone a pedophile, but he did it anyways. He knows better than to mislead everyone in the world by saying he's making his company public or private when they're not actually going to do it. Like, it's just reckless speculation on his part. Like, he's just saying stuff to say stuff. He knows better. He just doesn't care.
Okay. I'm fine. Sure. I just, like, again, it's like beating a dead horse. You don't, like, your opinion's not going to change no matter what. So, like, so that's fine.
Well, yeah, because he keeps giving me weekly reasons to not change it.
I mean, it depends on how you see it. Like you immediately. So with the pedophile tweet, you immediately jumped to he was a racist because you don't like him. But it was not the case
I'd assume
at all.
that. And to be fair, though, when you clarified it for me, I agree that was no longer in play.
I understand.
I'm okay with that.
No, I understand.
It still doesn't make what he did right.
I understand what you're saying, but you have preconceived notions about him that you just jump towards it. So
I don't like him. Listen, completely agree with you on that. However, he keeps giving me like reason after reason on a weekly basis at this point to just reinforce that decision.
For your argument, yes, he gives you reasons, but those reasons are in Bobo land and not in the real, based in the real world.
Okay, well, there's real articles out about this. This is the real world. Like he did this. This was a thing that happened, and there's no positive spin on this. This
is news. But
right.
This is news. But again, like I don't know. I know you have a disdain for celebrities and people in the public eye, and like I don't really want to start calling people assholes just because you lump them into a group.
Well, no, just Elon Musk. He's just an asshole.
Well, no, okay, he is, but that's not the entirety of your feelings about celebrities.
Listen, I don't think celebrities are real people. That's different.
Right, there we go.
We're going to talk about another not real person in a minute. So.
Okay. All right. Would you like to? Well, who would you like to talk about next? Because I have a question for you.
Okay. What do you got?
I'd like to know your opinion about Alex Jones getting banned from social media and everything.
Oh, I'm curious you wanted to talk about that because I wasn't sure you wanted to bring that up.
I did because I will admit in this one. I know I think I'm a bit of a hypocrite. a bit of a hypocrite. Like a small, minute part. But how do you feel about this? Do you think it's right to kick him off of everything?
I'm going to say one thing.
Okay.
And you can take it however you want. You can call me whatever you want.
Right.
I'm not. Listen, I'm not. I can't believe I have to preface this by saying I don't like Alex Jones.
Right.
I don't like Alex Jones. Okay. He's a fucking scumbag.
So you love him?
I love him. I want to suck his dick from the back. Listen. Everyone in America had better hope that he has not said something that actually ends up being true later.
Okay.
Because that's going to be a big fucking problem when everyone's reason for taking him off of Facebook and YouTube and all this stuff is because he's a pathological liar and spreading fake news. If something he's actually reported that we think is some wild conspiracy theory ends up being true, it's going to make all of us look like complete assholes. Because then what we're saying is we're deciding what's true or not, and it ends up that our version of what we think is true or not is not actually true, which is the whole point of free speech. It's going to look very bad if it comes back later that something crazy he said was actually true.
Okay, so you're a bit of a hypocrite as well then too. Cool.
I'm not a hypocrite. I'm saying I hope that doesn't happen because if it does happen, it looks bad for everybody.
Well, I will say the reason why I'm a hypocrite is because this is completely up to the companies and what they want to do. He signs up for a user agreement with everything, with every social media, with YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, everything. You have to agree to certain terms set by that company.
Absolutely.
And they have deemed that he's in violation of it.
Absolutely.
And I am completely okay with them kicking him off.
Oh, I am too.
But I also equate this to me, there's a little bit of a similarity between the NFL players not following what their bosses are telling them to do.
That's not true because when the NFL players did it, there was no rule.
Right, I know. Well, and the rule's not going to be there now. But I was dead set against. And I'm sure this will come up in a later when we talk about it in greater detail. But I'm dead set against the NFL telling the players they can't do it. So that's my. That's where we differ because I'm not. Right,
so.
But that's where our hypocrisies come in because these should be the exact same situation because it's both the corporate world deeming what is appropriate for their either employees or their users to do.
My question is, I'd like to read the user agreements and see what violation they considered a clear violation of their terms of service. I'd like to know specifically, and I'm sure this will come out.
Right. Something
that Alex Jones has said or posted that's like completely over the line.
Well, I would imagine it's something, I don't know terminology or whatever, but I would imagine there is the yelling fire in a theater rule. Like, you just can't go out and yell fire in a crowded theater because there's going to be repercussions.
But I don't agree with that as for Facebook. I think if Facebook says no hate speech, then and you start saying hate speech, then you're out. Like, I'm okay with that. But if you're just upset because Alex Jones thinks that 9/11 was an inside job and you don't agree with that and you're going to kick him off because of that, I think that's not a good look.
But how do you define hate speech?
I mean, against a certain race or a class of people.
How about against people of like the Sandy Hook parents?
They're not a protected class, no.
Okay.
Just assuming that Sandy Hook is an inside job or not real is not hate speech.
No,
it's just stupid.
No, but throwing that out there that Sandy Hook was done by actors and there was no massacre there, and then people who listen to him go to those parents' houses and yell at them and tell them their kids aren't dead.
Unless he's telling them to do that, I'm not okay with it.
Yeah, but he's inciting a riot.
But so is Rush Limbaugh every day with half of America.
Sure. I mean, I don't think there is a correlation.
It's not the fault. I don't like to blame the leader
for
what the followers do if you don't tell the followers to do it.
This is what I wanted to know from you because I think there is a reason. There's clear reasons here of why he was thrown off, and I have no problem with him being thrown off whatsoever. I don't
either.
I think what
I'm just saying. I hope that turns out that something he's done, like some weird theory he's had, it doesn't end up being true.
There's actual lizard people.
Because a lot of the articles are throwing him off for basically spreading fake news.
Yeah.
Well, if it turns out the news was actually real news, then we're all fucking stupid.
Well, listen, I'm not going to say that because if one of his conspiracy theories all of a sudden become true,
depends on which one.
Okay, I don't know. Like, sure. I don't.
I mean, I'm not saying it's likely to happen, Travis. Don't get me wrong.
Right? Yes.
And I fucking hope it doesn't happen because all of a sudden it came out tomorrow that Sandy Hook was a bunch of actors. Like, where the fuck do we go as a country from there?
Well, I think we've got more problems than him being right. If that was the case,
exactly. But I'm saying like that. Part of that would be silencing critics that we don't agree with. Like then. The critics are right all along. Like that's not a good look, is my point. So we just better hope that's not what happens.
We should find some of his. Maybe that should be the poll for this week. Let's look up some of his conspiracy theories and find which one you think will be the one that becomes true.
Ooh,
you like that?
Okay.
All right. Let's do that.
Okay,
so
I'm into that.
That'll be the poll.
I just
for this week.
It's just weird that like they're policing facts now though, because like if they're gonna kick him off, I'm okay if you kick him off for things like hate speech or things like that. If you're kicking him off for lying, then half of Facebook should be kicked off.
Yeah, but
enforce the rules fairly though, because everyone's spreading all these fake memes and these fake stories about right wing or super left wing. Either way, you know what I mean?
Shouldn't it be shouldn't volume have something to do with it though?
I don't know. Does it? The term source probably don't talk about volume.
I mean, for me, it does. Volume and influence kind of have a lot to do with it. If you've got however many millions of people or whatever his follower base is, and I'm sure it's larger than what we want it to be and what we think it is.
Listen, the problem with what you're saying though, Travis, is I'm sure Martin Luther King wouldn't agree with you.
What?
What if Facebook decided to just kick all the black people off? Like, I mean, remember, people were fighting for rights 50 years ago that they now have because of people like that. If you start kicking people off you don't agree with, it doesn't set a good precedent.
Well, that's a protected class, so you can't do that. I mean, I see where you're going with it, but I think also we're smart enough to take these cases individually.
No. What? We're smart enough as a country. Okay. Careful there.
We're smart enough. We're smart enough as a mob to take these cases individually.
I'm just saying, careful for.
I mean, listen. I think for the most part, I know racism is on its rise again, or maybe it's just coming out of the closet. But I feel like
that's a joke on so many levels. There.
It really is, isn't it? You like that? But I feel like at a certain point, our country's barometer is pointing in the right direction. Now, not everybody's voice is being heard. So,
do you really think that?
I do. I mean,
interesting. I never thought you would say that. I thought you would have felt the other way. Huh.
I mean, listen, the vocal minority that's happening right now, and that's exactly what it is. That they are loud and proud and dumber than fucking ever. But and the shit a lot of the shit that's happening right now doesn't represent me and my morals or ideals. But I can go to bed every night knowing that most of the people in this country did not vote for something. Somebody.
I wouldn't say.
Well,
true.
Yeah. So that's where I draw that from. That's why I say for the majority. I think the majority of the people are not racist. The majority of people are not conspiracy theorists.
Well, that's true. Or okay, I can see what you're saying. That's true.
I
hope it's true.
Me too. I hope it's true. And if I'm wrong, well, I'm going to start looking for a new country. But who knows? Anyways,
they probably have them over in Canada too. Sorry, buddy. They're just more polite about it.
Hey, listen, I'll take some politeness. But
so, speaking of InfoWars, I wanted to mention Sacha Baron Cohen recently.
Okay.
Because I guess they talked today in the news. They're talking about this. He had an interview with Sarah Palin, apparently.
Okay.
For that show of his, Who Is America, and it may not air.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, the article came out today that that section of it, whatever this interview, might not air because it might not make the final product.
Why not?
It just might not be good enough, apparently.
It's not. Listen, I've watched the first 3 episodes, and the show is it's great. I struggle to say that it's great, but it is. But for me, it is not laugh out loud funny. It is not
okay.
It is not your Borat. It is not Bruno. It is not Ali G. It is just the entire time. Manny and I sit there and watch it. It is. Are you? Is this real? Could these people be that dumb? So I'm interested to see this because in July, Palin apparently took out on Facebook. What do you call it when you post on Facebook? They call it tweeting on Twitter. Is there a name for it on Facebook? It's just a Facebook post, I believe.
So she Facebooked that she was a victim of Sacha Baron Cohen, basically.
Right.
And talked about how he set up this interview as a veteran or whatever, and that it was disrespectful, and she walked up and left halfway through the interview.
Okay.
But in the interview, also in the post, she slammed Sacha Baron Cohen for mocking veterans, and apparently she dared him to air the interview in her post.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if her daring them to interview it means that she has the whole interview and they don't want to peel the onion back the whole way. Because let's be honest, you know that a lot of that stuff from that show is probably cut up.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it is. And
I'm wondering if she's basically saying that as a preemptive strike to say, go ahead and air your interview. I might have the whole thing.
I mean, well, maybe I don't like. I'm not sure, but
I'm not sure either. I'm just curious.
But I'm also trying to remember. Now I've watched the show. He's got a couple different characters.
Yeah.
On there. Oh wait. That might be who like. That might be who it is. Maybe he does have one that is a veteran. You know what though? I don't like the only one that is like a veteran. He is an Israeli army veteran.
Right, he's not an American veteran or something like that.
Right. So I don't know. I would definitely be interested in seeing it. But I mean, listen. I mean, you could deflect from all of that or not. But I wonder what he got her to say or do. Because
I'm just curious also, but it's funny that she came out preemptively and said, "I dare you to air it." Now they're saying, "Well, it might not make the TV show. Maybe it wasn't that good. Maybe she didn't fall for it.
Maybe not." But I don't know. But go ahead. You know, it may just not be as interesting. I don't know. I feel like they should release it at some point. Like if she's
the funny part. Well, they're not going to do that if it's not funny, Travis. Let's be honest. You know those shows, especially like the Borat shows and things like that. They walk a line of cutting and pasting things, and things end up on the floor, the cutting room floor,
right,
that they don't want to get out because it makes him look bad. Because when you goad and chide people into saying things, sometimes it gets ugly to get the cut you want.
Yeah.
I don't think the consumers want that onion peeled back that far because I think it's a very fine line between making Sacha Baron Cohen look like the hero we deserve and the hero we deserve, if you know what I mean.
Oh, well, see, I mean, okay, that I don't look at it that way personally because I'm just seeing what he can. I don't really care how far he goes because it's interesting. No matter how far he goes, he gets those people to go with him. At least that's what we see. And if she didn't go with him to wherever he was trying to lead her, well, okay, that's fine. It's not going to be funny. It's not, it's not going to be anything of note, but I still think it's worth airing just because she calls him out. I mean, literally in this,
maybe.
Literally in this show, Dick Cheney signs a waterboarding kit.
Right.
Like what the fuck? I mean,
I'm just saying, like, I'm just interested to see if they actually aired or not because now it's their back and forth about they're sparring on it. So
yeah,
I just Just curious. The funniest part about this, though, I didn't realize this. Apparently, Sarah Palin also during this Facebook post that she made, she accused the production team of purposely dropping off her and her daughter at the wrong airport after the interview, intentionally making sure they missed their flights back to Alaska.
Okay.
I mean, that's funny because Showtime's response to her statement doesn't dispute that.
Well, I mean, sure. You know what? To be honest with you, I was watching some last night, and what surprises me about the whole show is that nobody does their homework on who's going to interview them.
Well, apparently Sarah Palin did. She explained how they got to the interview.
I would love to know that and hear that, because to be honest,
she says this. She says that they approached her as a Showtime historical documentary through a speakers bureau.
Okay.
So it was a legit opportunity to honor American veterans, talking to someone doing as a documentary that they got through like a vetted third party, like a speakers bureau who they deal with all the time. Apparently, that's how they set this up.
Oh, okay.
So Showtime went to lengths to like be shady about. Obviously, you just can't say it's Sacha Baron Cohen.
Right, of course you wouldn't. You would, you're
so
setting it up.
They went through this intermediary like that, and they went through it just as Showtime to like give it like significance,
right?
To give it weight. That's how they're getting these people on the show.
Well, listen, it is fascinating to watch. Just from because it makes me wonder how long I would hang in with some of this shit. Like,
yeah, because you don't want to like jump up and like, because it's weird because you get these. Everyone's been in those awkward situations where you don't want to jump the gun and be like, "Am I being an asshole or is this out of line?" You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I watched, like I said, I watched an episode last night, and this is going to be a spoiler alert. So if you want to watch this and you haven't seen the third episode yet, tune back in a couple minutes. But
earmuffs it.
Yeah, earmuffs. But literally, he took three guys that, now they were Trump supporters, self-described Trump supporters. He took three guys that he was the Israeli. The Israeli persona, and told them they were going to try to capture illegal Mexicans by setting up a quinceañera, if I'm saying that correctly, and a party, and trying to invite illegal Mexicans in. And he made one of them dress up with a girl with a complete fake vagina, and he put the other one in a piñata with a hidden camera. And then they put a sign up outside that said "Free booze, free girls, free pussy." And this is the spoiler. The cops showed up,
of course,
and started like asking them like what was going on. And Sacha Baron Cohen kind of drifted off like off to the side as these guys were like trying to explain why they were dressed up like a girl and had a fake vagina on. And then he was like, "Is there somebody else here?" And then they found the guy in the piñata filming. So it's crazy. Why would you ever do that? I
mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I have so many questions about that I don't even know where to start. So let's just move on.
Yes, all right. I agree. But I would,
so many questions, so little time
for a case study. And listen, we don't like. I don't have any illusions that this is, that this show is representative of America entirely. And I know it is it is poking fun at people, but it's just fascinating to see what people will do.
Oh! I forgot to talk about this.
Okay.
Bobo was right.
Oh, okay.
Did you hear the news? We forgot to update this. I'm sorry. We're still updating from last week. We're going back full circle here. But last week, did I not postulate, using that word again?
Bobo's got a word of the day calendar.
Shut up. Did I not postulate that a famous actor in Guardians of the Galaxy might leave the franchise if they don't hire James Gunn back.
Oh, who left?
Well, James Bautista has said that he is probably not coming back without him.
I mean...
Dave Bautista.
Really?
He plays Drax.
Oh. Wow. Okay. I don't know.
He hasn't... It's not 100% yet, but... He said... What he said literally was, where I'm at right now is if Marvel don't use the script... If Marvel doesn't use the script that James Gunn wrote, I guess...
Yeah.
Then he's going to ask them to release him from his contract.
Huh. And then when they say no, he'll be in it.
I'm just saying, it looks like I might be right about that.
No, listen. I was not sure. You were right, and I just...
Oh, dude. The other tweet he wrote's even better. You ready for this?
Sure.
He said that it's not what he signed up for, basically. And then he said, quote, "It's also pretty nauseating to work for someone who'd empower a smear campaign by fascist cyber Nazis."
Oh, okay.
Wow. Does that get you fired if you call Disney Nazis? Is that what he's trying to do there?
No, he's talking about the guy that unveiled these tweets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, yeah. But
maybe he's trying to get fired. You know what I mean? Like, oh, Disney, fire me. Go ahead, I dare you.
Now wait a minute. Now you left the first part of the fucking tweet out because it doesn't jive with what you're with. I will do what I'm legally obligated to do. But Guardians without James Gunn is not what I signed up for. So he's not dropping out of shit.
He said that he's going to ask him to release him. He hasn't done it yet. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I mean, he can ask him to release him, but that'll be... I don't know. That'll be tough.
I guarantee you, if he asks them to release him, they'll release him because it'll become a huge distraction if he says, "I'm doing this against my will." Disney's not going to want that.
Well, sure. I don't think they're going to want it, but I don't know.
I can't remember the last time that happened with a movie where an actor said, "I don't want to be in this movie, but I'm contractually obligated to," and the movie actually got made within a minute. I don't remember that it's ever happened.
Well, probably it hasn't happened because it's a bad career move.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I can't imagine it would actually work out like that.
Yeah, like I think that's gonna be tough because, well, I don't know, man.
We'll see, but hey, you know what? Maybe they're lining up. Maybe next week it's someone else that says that.
I swear to Christ, when Guardians of the Galaxy 3 comes out, if more people go see it than Solo, I'm gonna be real pissed because of all this, it's probably gonna suck.
True, and Solo did not suck, and no one wants to see it.
Right. Still on that bandwagon.
Yeah, bullshit.
Anyways,
you want to talk about what's his name, Sean Weiss?
Yes. Let's talk about the Mighty Ducks.
So I'm going to send you something, Travis, and we'll talk about it. Don't worry about the audience that I'm sending. I'm sending you a news article that has 2 pictures of Sean Weiss in it.
Okay. Yes, I have.
Weiss.
Okay, go ahead.
What's up?
No,
Sean Weiss is the goalie from Mighty Ducks, Goldberg. For those of you who might be aware of the movie.
The original Mighty Ducks.
If you're not, fucking stop what you're doing right now and go watch Mighty Ducks. Jesus Christ. It's the only movie they got a sports franchise named after the movie. It was so fucking popular.
True.
Go see it. Anyways, he was a child actor. He's now 39 years old. Apparently, he got arrested for public intoxication over the weekend. No big fucking deal. People get busted all the time for shit like that, right?
Right.
The part that's amazing is the mugshot.
Yes.
Words can't describe how hideous he looks.
Words cannot describe it, but websites can. Go to pwthepodcast.com, and it's up there now.
Thank you. So you can go look at the picture of Sean Weiss, age 39, going on 80.
Dude, it's crazy.
So now I want to talk about this, though, Travis. I want to mention this, okay, because I'm looking at this picture right now. So I sent Travis an article that has 2 pictures of Sean Weiss in it. One from when he was in 2015 at a publicity stunt,
right. Yep.
Some publicity promo photo, and then one of him now 3 years later.
That's the one that's on our website, yep.
I would not be surprised if it came out in the next couple of days that mugshot is not him.
Really?
It looks so little like him. That's how different he looks to me. That if you came out tomorrow and said that wasn't him, I would have said, "Oh, okay."
I mean, you're not wrong.
Like that, I'm just trying to tell people, that's how crazy in 3 years how different he looks.
Well, now you have me second guessing whether it's actually him or not.
Right. I'm saying, look how different it looks, man.
Dude, like, you think he just gave his wallet to some homeless guy that kind of looked like him, and he's just...
I mean, maybe. I'm just saying, like, that doesn't look like the same dude, does it? Like, at all.
I mean, I know, I can see it, but man, is it, like...
You have to really squint.
Dude, it's insane. Like, if that's a 39-year-old man...
Right, that's what I'm
crazy.
saying, dude.
Well, listen, I mean, he does have very similar graying in his beard, like in both pictures.
That's the part that part also is the only part that makes me give pause. Is the beard shape looks similar, and the fact that he got arrested once, like 3 or 4 years ago, for doing meth.
Right.
Because I mean, if you tell me meth's involved, all bets are off.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy. You got to just go look at the picture because
yes, please go look at it.
We'll pull back the curtain just a bit. Bobo texted me today and he was like, "Listen, we got to talk about the Mighty Ducks star." And I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about." He's like, "Oh shit, you got to look at this article." And I pulled up the article and it was that he got arrested for public intoxication. I was like, "Really? Like, we're gonna talk about this shit?" And then I scrolled down to the picture and I was like, "Oh wow."
Why do you doubt me, Travis? Come on, have I ever led you wrong?
Wow,
don't answer that.
How the mighty have fallen. I mean,
right?
Yeah, Jesus. Like, I mean, I legitimately feel bad for him.
Yeah. If that's what he looks like now, I don't know what happened.
Drugs happened,
dude. A lot of drugs.
Well,
all the drugs. So many.
He's the new Keith Richards. He's just
Jesus Christ, dude.
But yeah, wow. Okay, well, that's so. Sorry, Sean Wise. You looking good, buddy?
Yeah. Do you want to move on to end times after that? I know that's pretty funny, but
yeah. Now that you just shattered our childhood dreams.
I mean, I'm not about dreams. Childhood memories.
Memories. Okay.
Goldberg.
Yes. Yeah. Sure.
Whatever, man. Goldberg was a bitch anyways. Remember the first movie he didn't want to even take pucks? He was like scared of like being a goalie. That dude deserved it.
That was his character arc, and you should have been happy about it.
No, there's no such thing, all right? Child actors just act who they actually are. Come on now.
Okay. So he's a little bitch then.
Just kidding. Whatever. Maybe I'm kidding. Who knows? Doesn't fucking matter. None of this matters. All right, Travis. Moving on to end times.
All right.
I sent you an article from a News 4 in Jacksonville, okay?
Yes.
This is national news, though. Headline: Cleaning crew finds dead baby on American Airlines plane.
Okay.
New York.
I don't know.
A dead fetus was found. What?
I don't know why that's funny already, but
okay. Well, I don't know. That was not the part that's funny, Travis. You should be ashamed of yourself. All right, good. All right, here we go. First sentence: A dead fetus was found on board a plane at LaGuardia Airport in New York City on Tuesday.
Okay.
Second sentence: A fetus is an unborn human baby more than 8 weeks after conception.
Why?
What?
Like, do you think okay. Do you think there is an editor that was reading this article and was like, "Listen, I don't know how many of our readers understand what a fetus is."
That's the
wait. So what is a fetus before 8 weeks?
You know what, Travis? Good question. The funny part I told Travis is I said, don't read the article before I send it to you because we got to talk about it. It's so fucking funny. And he's like, why is this funny? And I said, because the second sentence is gold. The second sentence in the article is like describing what a fetus is, as if we don't know what a dead baby is. But there are so many things wrong with the second sentence, Travis. So your first question is, what do you call it if it's not a fetus?
Right.
Well, there is an answer for that, Travis. It is called a human embryo.
Oh, okay. Sure. Yep.
So human embryogenesis is the formation of the embryo. So before it becomes a fetus, it's just an embryo.
And a fetus happens at 8 weeks? Or no?
Well, it doesn't actually.
No shit.
So what it actually is is in humans, the fetal stage commences at the beginning of the 9th week. So they got it wrong.
No shit. Oh, color.
If you're going to waste the second sentence of your story, though, to describe what a human fetus is, you might want to check the fact on it.
Facts are for losers.
Well, I guess News 4 Jackson's getting kicked off of Facebook.
Sure, they should.
Oh, dude, they're fucking spreading fake news.
With this fucking reporting, they should. I mean,
I'm just saying, Alex, they have the list of people that kicked off Facebook this week. It's going to be InfoWars and News 4 Jacksonville.
And I'll tell you what, for our listeners, I'm going to take a screenshot of this so you don't actually have to click on their link and give them any more ad revenue because they don't deserve it.
They do not. This is a terrible story. But I just can't believe that they got that wrong and they felt the need to describe what it is to you.
Yeah, I agree. Wow.
Also, they got it wrong because they say a fetus is an unborn human baby. That's not true. A fetus is of any mammal.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that either.
Well, for instance, like, you know, if like a monkey has a baby, like they have monkey fetuses.
Is it? Listen.
Yes,
I don't.
they do.
Okay. I don't dabble in zoology, so I don't know.
Oh well, there are more. So any animal that has viviparous development, which is where an embryo develops inside of the body of the parent,
right,
leading to live birth, then that has a fetus.
Okay, all right.
Which is a lot of animals.
But okay, so that's great. That sure. Thank you for informing us. I've moved on because I listen. This article, and again, I will be able to post the entirety of this article. Because it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines long, and it gives you absolutely no information,
none at all.
So yes, I will be posting that. Wow, good God!
I like the picture, Travis. I hope you get the picture in the article.
Just the welcome.
For those of you who want to see this article, go look at pwpodcast.com. The picture they post for the story just is an empty terminal with the sign that says "Welcome to LaGuardia" at the top, hanging from the ceiling.
In their defense, do you just post a picture of a dead fetus?
I don't think you just post a picture of an empty lobby.
Well,
why not post a picture of a fucking airplane, Travis?
I don't know. Like, there's so many things I don't know about this. That I'm confused. So
okay, fair enough.
All right, well, one last bit of before we get to our phone number and all the usual stuff. The one last bit of house cleaning or housekeeping, I suppose, is we'd like to let you know about something that's coming up in the month of September. Or if you're listening this in past form, what's going to happen in the next couple episodes. We are going to do Greatest Hits Month for the month of September. And what that means is we're going to revisit some of the topics that we like to do kind of periodically and share them to you with all in the same month.
It's not a clip show. These are new episodes.
Right,
They're just going to be new shows with some of your old favorite classic topics brought back.
Very good. Yes. So topics like the bracket challenge, Would You Rather, shitty Kickstarters, the horrible jokes for horrible people, and Today I Learned. But we're going to need your help for some of this because Bobo and I have already decided 3 of these we would like to do. So the other 2 we're going to post on pwthepodcast.com, and you can vote on which one we do for one of the weeks in September for our greatest hits. So we're going to let it up to you, the listener.
And I think you're voting between Travis and I decide we want to do the bracket challenge, we want to do Would You Rathers, and we want to do horrible jokes. That leaves shitty Kickstarters and Today I Learned.
Yep.
So the audience gets to vote on which one of those 2 you'd rather do, and then whatever you guys pick, we will abide by the decision.
That's it. And
we'll record an episode based on your input only. It'll be the only time we ever give the audience any input in our show because, as we've learned from so many times in history, giving random people a chance to have any input in anything is just not a good idea. And that's how 4chan got famous, right?
We are not a democracy. we are a dictatorship.
Yes.
So
an army of two, if you will.
That's right. Yes. Someday there may be a coup, but we'll see.
Travis is president. I am prime minister.
And together we are kings.
Right. Yes, we are kings, and we are also overlords and military directors.
All right.
You are the CEO. I am the chairman of the board. The number is 747 banging.
747-226-4464.
Go ahead and call it. What did we want to talk about this week on the poll?
What the poll is, which of these, and we're going to have to determine which ones we're going to put in, but which of these Alex Jones conspiracy theories will come true?
Oh, God. There's so many good ones to pick from.
Yep.
Could it be 9/11 is an inside job? Could it be Sandy Hook is not real?
Could it be Michelle Obama is a man?
Oh, what about the one with the CIA recently? Wasn't there one he had something about the CIA recently?
I'm not well versed in all of his conspiracy theories. So that's why it's going to take me a little bit.
There's so many good ones.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna make sure you check the website because all the choices will be up there. So you can go ahead and vote and maybe laugh, maybe cry a little bit. Who knows? So PW the podcast.
So fucking excited.
PWthepodcast.com, PW the podcast for all the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I hope last week you went and checked out the picture for is a porn video really a good way to challenge your manhood? Because I'm pretty proud of that picture.
That is a pretty good picture, I will say.
I pixelated the dick myself.
Did you really?
Yeah.
How did you feel when you were sitting there with your mouse editing out a dude's dick?
Great.
Oh, you got half chub, huh? I knew it.
Oh, half? That's a sexy man. So, but yeah.
All right, good. PWPodcast.com. Prestige Worldwide the Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that social media stuff. You can find us on SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, all that stuff.
Yep.
I think that's the whole spiel, bro. That's it.
I think
Get excited for Greatest Hits Month coming up. I'm so fucking pumped for September.
Yes.
Back to school, back to the old favorites. It's going to be a great month.
It is going to be a great month, and hopefully you'll enjoy it, and hopefully you'll help us vote and figure out what our fourth topic is going to be.
Join our movie league, fantasymovieleague.com, Prestige Worldwide the Podcast, password Travis Bobo, all lowercase. We'll see you there.
All right. We'll see you guys next Thursday.